In these stores, I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit. In these stores, I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit. In these stores, I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit.
Hold up. Did y'all hear this, right? They're talking about SNAP benefits possibly ending November 1st because of a government shutdown. So let me get this straight. Rent's still due, gas still high, groceries cost more than ever, and now the food stamps might stop too. Now, we got to talk about this one. What's up, family? Welcome back to Inside a Scoop Report, where we break down what's really happening behind the headlines, especially the stories that hit hardest in our communities. Now, if you're somebody or get SNAP, listen closely because this one could affect millions of people across the country. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, share, and drop your city and state in the comments because I want to know how folks are feeling about this where you are. So here's what's going on. The U.S. government is once again on the edge of a shutdown because Congress can't agree on a spending plan. And for y'all that don't know, that means a bunch of federal programs, including SNAP, could be delayed or even temporarily cut off starting November 1st. So, with that being said, the USDA, now that's the Department of Agriculture, the folks who handle SNAP, they have given out an update and have said that if Congress does not pass a budget by the deadline, they won't have the funds to keep sending out food assistance checks. Now, for perspective, that's over 40 million Americans who depend on SNAP to eat. And let's be real, for a lot of folks, that EBT card is the only thing standing between dinner and hunger. So what would y'all do if SNAP stopped for a month or two? Like, seriously, how would people feed their families if that card just stopped working overnight? So, why is this happening? Again, because Congress cannot agree. We have politicians stuck in standoff over spending cuts and funding for aid programs. Meanwhile, the USDA did say there will be no new benefits until the government reopens. But they will try to prioritize SNAP if a shutdown happens. But let's be real, try ain't a guarantee. And if the government closes, everything from food assistance to housing vouchers will be delayed. And if you ever waited on government help before, delayed can mean weeks. So do y'all think the government really cares about how this hurts everyday people, or is this about something else? A lot of people on social media had a whole lot to say. Let's get into it.
They all on my phone telling me we ain't gonna get our food stamps November. Let my come on the 15th. Let my come on the 15th and I'm gonna show them why I went to jail twice.
I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my swipe my link card as soon as that ain't no pending balance on there. I'm going to walk the out.
Get a job. Stop freeloading. Stop this. Stop that. No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. Trust me. By December, my benefits will be back on. Best believe that. Until then, you guys are gonna hear me crying and talking my and complaining. A job ain't gonna do it. A motherfucking job ain't gonna do it.
Wait. So, we got lots of people posting on social media that they're losing their SNAP benefits. Oh, they're losing their minds. However, they got the latest iPhone. They got their nails done, their hair done. They got a Louis Vuitton bag. They got money for all of that. But they ain't got money to feed their kids. They want the taxpayers to do that. Well, the taxpayers didn't lie down with you in your bed, spread your legs, and pop out these kids that you want us to pay for. We're seeing people with the latest iPhones. I don't even have an iPhone 17. And you mean to tell me that you can't afford groceries for your kids? Get out of here. We're done with all of that. I will not sympathize with people who have nails like this that are this long and have all sorts of rhinestones. Probably paid $200-300 for your nails to get done. You're spending $1,500 on a cell phone. Start budgeting what money you do have. I never in a million years thought, look, man, I got 2 kids. 2, okay? I buy my own groceries, okay? And I had to use food stamps to get on my feet. And once I got on my feet, and guess what? I didn't need it no more. So I stopped applying. I said, let the next person who actually needs it get them. And I...
You mean? Who ain't getting that goddamn food stamps to goddamn November? Cause I'm getting my goddamn. I will be at motherfucker with my steel toes on and my motherfucker, and I dare a stop me from walking out that motherfucker my groceries.
Let me tell you something. If you think that you better come up in here and steal from the Wally world because you ain't getting no food stamps, I'm gonna call the police on you. I'm gonna call. They're on speed dial. I'm gonna call them expeditiously. I don't care.
There was a lot, family. Let's talk about impact, because families on SNAP, they already live tight. So, for example, there are single moms, for example, with 2 kids, possibly getting $600 a month, and that's barely stretching it as it is with the grocery prices. Now, imagine that suddenly gone. We're talking about food pantries being overwhelmed, kids going hungry, and people having to choose between gas or groceries. And this doesn't just hurt SNAP recipients, right? It hurts small grocery stores, corner markets, and farmers too. So when benefits stop, so the spending. So this is going to ripple throughout communities like a shockwave. How many of y'all have noticed groceries getting higher even with SNAP? Do you think the program even goes far enough right now? Let me know in the comments. And I'm going to go ahead and throw my little 2 cents up in here, because there are disabled people and seniors who do rely on these benefits and who need these benefits. But there are some able-bodied people taking advantage of the program, and they very well can work, but they do not want to work. So for those people who are taking advantage of the program, I cannot say that I feel sorry for them, because if me and everybody else have to be out here and have to work hard to be able to feed ourselves and our families, then why shouldn't the next person be able to do that? Do not take advantage of a program like that that's meant for people who truly need it in another day. Don't be out here crashing out, doing reckless stuff to get you landed in jail behind not having food stamps. I always tell people you got to have a plan B, C, D, and sometimes even a plan E. You have to make a way for yourself, your children, the right way, the legal way. Get an extra job or 2, whatever you need to do. Just make sure that it's legal and make sure that you're doing the right thing. Point blank. So there are 42 million people roughly that rely on SNAP every month, right? There's roughly 1 in 8 Americans. Most of them are children, seniors, or working families. So the average benefit is around $180 per person per month. So that number has already dropped this year. So when people are stretched thin and now suddenly a shutdown could completely stop the flow of benefits and it will leave millions with nothing. So let me ask you, when the government has money issues, is there a particular class that feels it first, or does this affect their salaries or bonus as well? Let me know what you think, because judging from this snap here, millions of people is already a lot. But if we look at this snap, it lets us know where the most recipients of the snaps reside. Another thing is, to be fair, the USDA say that they're trying to mitigate this damage and get ahead of it. They might use emergency funds to delay the cutoff a little longer, but that only buys a couple of weeks. So make sure that you continue to watch your local state's websites for updates on this. Of course, we know some states, they do move faster than others. But another thing is that the whole thing really exposes how fragile the system is, how much people truly do depend on the government. We have billionaires out there paying less in taxes than teachers, but somehow feeding families is always up for debate. It's not just SNAP. We've seen the same fight happen with unemployment benefits, child tax credit, which even Social Security at times. So every single time there's a budget issue, the programs that help the most vulnerable is the ones that are threatened the most. I'm just here to tell you that if you're on SNAP or you know somebody who is on it, do not panic. But going forward, you definitely want to make sure that you do what you need to do to plan ahead. And the ways that you can do that is see how much you have left for the month, stretch what you have, stock up on shelf-stable foods now if you can. There is a national helpline called 211 for food and housing assistance if needed. And again, follow your state's SNAP website or apps for updates. There are some local food banks and churches in your area that are already preparing for a spike in need if November payments don't hit on time. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But here's how I see it. We have people out here who work hard. They work hard daily, working 2 jobs, barely surviving, still needing help to put food on the table, right? But you can't eat promises. You can't feed your kids with debates. People need real support, not speeches. SNAP isn't luxury, it's survival for some people. Let's be all the way real. So I get it. But also budget matters. And if this shutdown hits and folks can't eat, is that on the people in power or the people struggling to live? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So yeah, family, this is real life for millions of people. And if SNAP benefits stop or even get delayed, it is gonna get hit hard and fast like it already has. So should the government be forced to protect essential programs like SNAP no matter what? Again, I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it, because it's not just about politics. This is about people's lives. So many are in a panic when there may be grocery store shelves becoming empty soon. And before the end of this week, if you can go stock up on the groceries, then you need to do that. You need to go ahead and do that now. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more stories. This is Inside the Scoop Report, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay aware, stay prepared, and remember, it costs nothing to care.